Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 things that you're keeping that are actually making you more tired. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Flora, certified simplification coach and 7-time author. And for over 28 years, I've been helping women like you declutter their lives and their businesses so that you can have more fun and enjoy the life that you have worked so hard to build. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. And today I want to kick off this episode with a quote by Christina Salazzi, and I apologize for not getting her last name correct. She says, when your environment is cluttered, it drains your energy. When your schedule is cluttered, it steals your time. And when your mind is cluttered, it clouds your focus. So let's dive into those 5 things that are quietly draining your energy. Number 1, old to-do lists. This is daily clutter at its best and at its core. So why do they make you tired? Well, every single unchecked box is like a little failure hanging over your head. It keeps you mentally tied, if you will, to yesterday's priorities, making you feel like you're always behind. And this is a constant reminder of maybe your lack of focus or maybe your lack of motivation. So what do you do instead? Stop carrying yesterday's to-dos into today. Or better yet, stop carrying yesterday into today. Transfer your to-dos that matter. Not every single one, because obviously you didn't get a chance to do it. You didn't prioritize doing it. So is it actually in your highest good to do it? Is it actually something that the true core you wants to do? Give yourself that clean slate every morning so that your brain can really focus on today, not last week's leftovers. Okay? All right. Number 2. Emails that you'll get to someday. This is digital clutter. I know people who have 500,000 plus emails. Yes, 500,000 emails in their inbox and umpteen thousand notifications on the little icons that they have on their phone. Why these make you tired? An overflowing inbox is like having a crowd of people shouting your name 24/7. Even when you're not looking at it, you know in the back of your mind that it's there. That silent pressure of every time you know that you pop into your inbox, you've got this pressure of like, oh my gosh, I have to check all these. Like, what if there's an emergency, or what if there's like a really important email and there's all these little what ifs and whatnots and all that stuff. And this actually creates a low level of anxiety every single time you pop into your inbox. So what do you do instead? Well, first of all, make a rule that when you check your email, you're going to check it when you have enough time to actually be present with your inbox. Don't check it when you're standing in line at the grocery store, or don't check it when you're waiting in line to pick up your kid at school and you're just kind of flipping. You're distracted. You've got other things going on. Only check it when you have time to devote to your inbox. How much time that is up to you. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 5 hours. It really, truly is up to you. But give yourself permission to, first of all, again, say, okay, I've got 5 minutes. I'm going to check my inbox. The second rule that I would recommend that you make is action every piece of email that you open. So if you open one and you're like, yeah, this is good. I'm whatever. I don't need this. Delete it. Or I don't even know who this person is. Unsubscribe. Or wow, this is a really great article. If you want to save articles to read later, star it or file it in read later or whatever, but do some type of action on each and every email that you see. If you recognize that you're constantly swiping to delete certain emails and you never ever read them, just unsubscribe. Do yourself a solid, do your future self a solid as well, and just unsubscribe. Inbox clutter is not just digital clutter. It is a mental leak. So again, give yourself permission to create a time frame when you go into your inbox, and then every email that you look at, action it. Action it. You don't have to deal with the entirety of your inbox, because again, I know people that have over 500,000 emails in their inbox, but at least give yourself permission to start chipping away at what is there. All right. Number 3, clothes that don't fit. This is environmental clutter as well as body clutter. Now, why these make you tired? Every morning you open your closet and you see those someday clothes, okay? You see the clothes that remind you of who you used to be or who you think you should be. Maybe it's 20 pounds heavier with muscle or 20 pounds lighter from fat, okay? Instead of starting your day with confidence where you walk in and every single thing that you see, you know is going to fit you. But instead, again, you're seeing these someday versions or these past versions of yourself echoing back from your clothes to you. What does that do? It drains your energy. You've got this frustration or this guilt that just start to leak in right at the beginning of your day when you should be starting your day with confidence and excitement and like possibility of like, oh my gosh, what does today have for me? Like, this is going to be so exciting. That's not what I want for you for the day. And this emotional hit from your closet sets the tone for your whole day. So what do you do instead? Keep only the clothes that fit your body as it is today. Okay, I'm not saying getting rid of all of your clothes is going to be that solution, because some of you might be like, no, I invested a lot of money in the clothes that I have. Some of them just don't fit right now. Okay, perfect. Pack them up. Put them in a box and put them where you will not see them every single morning, and only have out the clothes that fit you. There's a beautiful thing that happens when your environment supports who you are right now. You will start to feel lighter and you feel more energized. And yes, that means you will have more energy during the day. And yes, that also means that you can get dressed faster in the morning as well. All right, moving on to number 4, outdated beliefs. This is spiritual clutter at its finest. So why do these make you feel tired? When you're living by and with outdated shoulds or outdated rules that maybe were someone else's rule that they kind of superimposed onto you and you just chose to accept them, it's like running your life on someone else's operating system. Every single decision feels heavier because it's not aligned with who you actually are right now. These could be, decisions and beliefs that you had 20 years ago or 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, but maybe you've evolved. Maybe you've kind of morphed into a different version of yourself. And now those beliefs are they don't ring true for you, but you're still holding on to them because that's what you know. But the truth is that this is not you. These beliefs are not aligned with who you are right now. And this disconnection actually wears you down every single time that you implement that old belief and that you act out that old belief. It wears you down emotionally and it wears you down spiritually. So what do you do instead? Ask yourself, is this belief that I'm holding on to, is this actually mine? Or is it someone else's that I've just chose to claim as mine? Or is this such as like my parents or my grandparents or a caregiver or an old pastor or an old friend or an old teacher? And is this aligned with who I am, or is this no longer aligned? Does it feel safe to let this go? And if it doesn't feel safe to let it go, perfect. Now's an opportunity for you to say, okay, what does feel safe to bring in place of this so that I can now let this go, and it's safe to let it go because now I have this other belief that is now more true for me now in the version that I am right now, okay? This is one of those things that will give you so much more energy and so much more vitality than ever before, Okay, number 5, unfinished projects. This is process clutter and mental clutter. Why these make you tired. Half-done projects. And I've got this big sigh that I just did because this is one of those things, especially the women that I coach and consult with on their businesses. Those half-finished projects are a big one for women to let go of, because we put our heart and soul into our work. We put our heart and soul into the projects that we have. We put our heart and soul into our businesses. Whether it's a business project or a personal project, these half-done projects really represent more than just a half-completed or half-done project. And a lot of the times, these are kind of open tabs in our brain and open tabs in our energy, aka energy leaks and mental leaks, that just make it really challenging emotionally and energetically to let go of. And even if you haven't touched these in months or even years, they still take up space in your energy and with your mental bandwidth. And that constant, consistent mental noise and background noise makes you tired before you even start your day, because you know they are lingering in the background. So what do you do instead? Close the loop. Either finish the project, delegate it, or let it go. Every single project that you release will give you back that piece of energy, will give you back that piece of clarity, will give you back that much more focus for what really matters to you now. Because yes, when you started that project, it mattered to you. And then you stopped it for a reason. If you're truly meant to pick it back up, again, you're going to close that loop. You're going to finish it. Or you're going to be like, yeah, I really don't think I want to finish this. I'm going to close this loop. So, quote break. Steve Mirabelli says, the greatest step to a life of simplicity is to learn to let go. I love that. All right. Which one of these 5 things trips you up the most? 1, keeping old to-do lists. Again, this is daily clutter. Number 2, emails that you'll get to someday. Again, this is digital clutter. Clothes that don't fit. This is environmental and body clutter. Number 4, outdated beliefs. This is spiritual clutter. And some emotional clutter as well. And number 5, unfinished projects. And those are mental clutter and process clutters. If you found today's video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Also be sure to hit that notification bell so you know every single time an episode is released. And if you have not signed up for your free gifts and resources that I have on my website, click the link below that says free gifts and resources. Grab them today. That will add you to my email list. You will get reminders of all of the episodes that I release throughout the week, and also any special things that we're doing inside of our decluttering community. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next episode. Mwah.